For folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
30 base.
Second and 14. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
The 49-yard line.
Get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets. And
he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
We go. 8 read.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Secret.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Back to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Ready. 50, plant.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
On the ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And Ingram hauls it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Great changeup there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll set up a throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Returnable for Lockett. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, Orbit.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Check. Hey, Haywood. Check 3. Snap.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Ready? Get.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. And to give this time to the tailback. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
60 out,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open is Swain, the tight end. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll drop the throw into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. 22 yards on the pickup there. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it, and an opportunity missed. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Drew draw Corker. Hey, Zoo. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And a give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down. So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that. They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
53, check 53. It's our field. It's our field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to the Deshaun Hand. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Lock it. Snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's caught by Kelly. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll look to throw. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 14. It's caught. Lockett. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Back to throw. And the 49ers get a score closer. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already. And they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll look to throw here. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Under 10,
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Thompson. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the victory here for Seattle. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Seahawks, It'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.